Biden to warn Putin U.S. will add troops in Eastern Europe if Russia invades Ukraine.
Here's a summary of the article.
President Biden will warn Russian President Vladimir Putin when they speak on Tuesday that if Russia invades Ukraine, the U.S. is prepared to increase its troop presence, capabilities and military exercises on NATO's eastern flank, a senior administration official told reporters. Biden is not threatening to respond militarily to defend Ukraine, but to hit Putin with sanctions, bolster the defenses of NATO allies like the Baltic states, and send Ukraine more equipment to defend itself. The big picture: Russia has deployed tens of thousands of troops at various points near the border, and is stepping up its planning for significant military action against Ukraine, the senior official said on a briefing call to preview the Biden-Putin conversation. We do not know whether President Putin has made a decision about further military escalation in Ukraine. But we do know that he is putting in place the capacity to engage in such escalation should he decide to do so, the official said. Moscow has objected to NATO exercises near the Russian borders, and increased cooperation between the alliance and Ukraine. Between the lines, Ukraine is seeking membership in the alliance and Putin is seeking guarantees that Ukraine will never be invited to join. The bottom line: Putin has proved time and again that he is not deterred by Western sanctions, but he may be deterred by the high military cost of invading Ukraine, says Dmitry Trenin of Carnegie Moscow.
This post received a score of 6,400, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
So, it sounds like Ukraine is a freebie then?
Yeah, what's the point of waiting till after he invades Ukraine? Also, why exactly is Ukraine not in NATO yet? Greater than why exactly is Ukraine not in NATO yet? Russia would be very, very unhappy about that.
They were already quite unhappy with Baltic states joining, still are.
Make them more unhappy. Many countries are unhappy with Putin's douchebaggery over the decades. Fuck him.
Putin, okay.
Right, it doesn't sound like Biden is saying, and they'll push you back. He's just saying, I'll talk louder and draw a darker red line.
Red line. Aptly said. And we all know the Democrats absolutely never walk away from red lines. Except in Syria. Or after the insurrection. Or when Wall Street started a recession. Or whenever it's inconvenient.
Too many Democrats are there for a cushy job with great benefits rather than actually doing what needs to be done to make our country, and the world, a better place. It's really unfortunate that the only other major party aside from the Democrats are chomping at the bit to usher in a minority-ruled fascist state.
I agree with both of your comments, but serious question, what would you suggest Biden do in this situation?
Greater than invades Ukraine again.
Yeah. This narrative is really irking me. They've been invading for the last 7.5 years.
As if everyone forgot.
Or they never knew at all.
Cared. Never cared at all.
Or, never knew. Source. Never knew.
You never knew about the whole invading Ukraine thing? The whole riots for days and a bunch of people in Ukraine screaming, "Help U.S. international community, help U.S." And the Americans being like, we got sanctions. But not too much because we don't want to actually hurt our own economy.
It's not like mistakes can't happen when two fully armed and suspicious groups eyeball each other.
I think I've seen this movie.
Disney Pixar's Toy Story.
Invade Ukraine and you'll get the frowning of a lifetime, says U.S. President Joe Biden.
World War II flashbacks.
Greater than on NATO's eastern flank, so, not Ukraine. This sounds like a win for Putin. Invade, take Ukraine, and the punishment is the U.S. will spend resources to put troops elsewhere, with the likely added political pushback from the locals.
Highly doubt it. Poland and Lithuania have been begging for more troops for decades. The locals would love a U.S. base on their soil and would probably shoulder most the costs.
Yeah, I'm totally forgetting the other side. The past, us troops need to leave, stories stick while I guess we don't hear much about wanting us to stay. Quick curiosity reminded me there is actually a pending agreement from a few years back with Poland to increase U.S. presence.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.